Hey guys, B-Man here. Welcome to today's video. Today, we've got a banger for you guys. What we have today is a way that you can instantly apply mastery camos onto guns that you haven't even got the camos on, guys. Yes, that's broken. And on top of that, we've got a way that you can swap over and run operator skins for operators that are not the operator that you're running. So if you need to go along and you need to use Grim to be able to unlock Grim's no fear operator, but you don't want to use Grim, you want to use, say, Ted operator while you're doing that, you can do that, guys. So we are going along and we could use Ted to unlock Grim's no fear operator skin over in endgame. So with that said, you guys know the deal. Get down there if you haven't already. Smash that like button for me. Subscribe if you're not already. We'll have a quick word about the channel sponsor, then we'll just get straight into this, guys. Want to unlock all the new mastery camos like Singularity? Check out MitchCactus, the biggest and most reliable in Call of Duty. They offer instant delivery DLC codes like Monster Energy and lobbies delivered in under an hour. Everything is 100% safe and legit for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. Trusted by the community, MitchCactus has over 20,000 reviews, making them the go-to for all things Call of Duty and other games like Battlefield 6. Save up to 60% off with the Black Friday sale on now for a limited time only. Get in quick and use code BMAN for 5% off. Okay, we'll start off with the operators over in endgame, and then we'll get into the camos instant mastery glitch next, in the camo swap. Now, with this, how this works is you need to have access to your reward feed. Then you want to use the filters, so you take off weapons, customization purchases, and other, and leave operators only selected. Then you will see all of the operator skins that you have unlocked previously, guys. Now, this is the key to this. You need to have access to all of this. Now, how this works is you've got your operators here, right? And they have their combat rating. Now, normally, if you were to go and swap the operator skin out, you would lose all of your combat rating, right? So this operator here is Reaper, and it's got a combat rating of 60. Now, what we can do is we can go along, we can bring up our rewards. So you go along and filter it to only show the operators. You bring up your rewards, and then you can see all the operator rewards. Well, we can change our Grim to any one of these operators by doing this. So what we do is, I'll just bring that down a little bit so you guys can see it. So right here, I'm hovered over Harper. Now all I do is I press A on Harper, and then I say customize Harper. While I'm actually on Reaper's skin with the combat rating 60, I go customize Harper. Then I can select Harper. Now I back out of here, and my Reaper skin combat rating 60 is now Harper skin, guys, and it just stays like that. So now I have just gone along and I've just turned Reaper into Harper, and now when I'm in game, I'm Harper. I display as Harper to everybody else, but I'm not actually Harper in the way of doing your unlocks and all sorts of stuff like that. It's still considered Reaper. So in this case, Reaper has no fear skin, so it wouldn't unlock a no fear skin. So, and how I would get this back to Reaper is I would go along without having to worry about any of my combat record going out, and then you would go along, you would find a Reaper skin, and you would re-equip a Reaper skin to be able to do Reaper. So here's Reaper. I would come along, customize Reaper, and then I would equip the skin like this, and then I would get Reaper back with the combat rating 60. Now, with this, as that said, so you'd have one like 50-50, right? And we come into here, if we come into 50-50, customize, 50-50 has a no sphere skin. So I could go along and I could run this 50-50 to unlock the no sphere skin, but instead of it being 50-50, all I need to do is just go along, bring up this, come along and bring up our operators tab so we can see our operators. Then I can go through and I can select another operator that I want to run. So I want to run it as Ted. So we go along and we select Ted. Select Ted as the skin, and as you see, Ted does not have a no fear skin. So if you run Ted, you wouldn't unlock the no fear skin. But we can run Ted's no fear skin, Ted's skin, and still be going along and working towards 50-50's no fear skin. And we will remain with 50-50's combat rating if 50-50 had combat rating, guys. So as you see here, we come across to Reaper and it's got a 60. If we go across to Reaper and we do the same thing on our Reaper, we do not lose our combat rating when we go along and change it. So we could change Reaper to Mason, then we come along to here, customize, and say customize, and we select the Mason skin, right? Then our Reaper will turn into Mason, but we do not lose the combat rating, guys, okay? Now, with this, as an extra to this, as you will see here, sometimes when you do this, it will actually take out your other ones, and it will turn all of your operators into the same operator. If that happens, don't worry too much. What you can just do is go to one of the duplicates of it, go in and just swap it out to your other operators that you had. So if we had 50-50 there, we could go in and we could select 50-50 over here, right? Then we're still going to keep our other operator here, our 60 operator here, guys. It doesn't lose it or anything. That's just the thing that can happen, and you just go along and replace your other operators back in, guys. So with that said, that is this, and that's how you can run different skins on your operators without having to actually run that operator. Now, let's get into the camo swap and camo glitch, guys. Okay, guys, now this will work in all of the modes and zombies as well, but I just do this over in multiplayer. So for this video, I'm going to show you over in multiplayer. Now, how this works is you want to make your loadout a favorited loadout so that you're able to, when you say equipped on this options I'll show you later, that it actually equips into the class you're using. So do this in your favorited loadout. Now, as a secondary, also, your loadout that you're doing this on cannot have Gunfighter Wildcard equipped into the loadout, or this will not work, and when you go to equip the second gun, it will just not equip that, guys. If that happens to you, it's because you have Gunfighter Wildcard equipped. So for this, do not have Gunfighter Wildcard equipped in your class when you're trying to do the camo swapping. Now, for this one, equip the gun that has the camo unlocked into your class. So for this, we are using the Akita, because on the Akita, I have the co-op campaign gold mastery. Now, you can use this for all of these masteries. Now, these masteries are not universal. So this glitch right here is really good for this if you don't have the broken account glitch already. So with that said, let's show you how to camo swap this over. So we've put the gun, the Akita, into our class. We have not got Gunfighter Wildcard in our class, and our class is favorited. Now, what we do is we come to the camo screen and we hover over the camo we want. Then we go along and we come to our rewards screen. Then what you're doing is on your rewards screen, you find the weapon that you're trying to camo swap over to. So for us, we're just going to use the MPC25. We select this and then we say equipped. Then when back out of here, and now on the screen, we go across to the camo that we would like, and it will actually have the new camo equipped, guys. It's just this simple. Now, we just equip this right here. And as you see, we back out and we have that camo on there. Now, how this works is because your profile, you're pulling camos that your profile already has unlocked on another weapon, it will not wipe. You will not have any issues with your profile wiping these camos or anything. These camos will just work. You're able to save these as blueprints and everything, if you can save blueprints and everything, and you're able to just go out there and use these camos, whether you're doing it with gold or whatever it is that you're doing it with. As you see here, we now have this camo here equipped on this weapon, even though it's locked, guys. It's simple as, it's easy as, and it's just that simple, guys. All you do is equip the gun into a loadout that's favorited with overkill, not Gunfighter Wildcard. Then you go into its camo screen, you bring up the reward screen, you select the gun that you want to camo swap over onto, and then you just select the camo, guys, and it's just that simple, guys. And it's that easy. Now, this is really good for anything that's not universal. Obviously, this game has a lot of universal camos, so it's not needed for lots of those, but then a lot of people don't even have these camos and they've just got gold and they want to put gold onto another game. So with that said, this will have you sorted. With that said, guys, this glitch here can do a lot more with attachments and blueprint pulling and all sorts of stuff like that. We're working on that, but at this point it's not that useful, and we can't get a lot of use out of that because of the wiping system. Now, with this said, I want to give a massive shout out to Liam Esso over in the Discord. I think he was the first one that brought this thing to our attention, so I think he was the one that founded this, so I want to make sure that he gets some credit for that. Also, I want to give a massive shout out to everybody else over in the glitch chat that's been helping share ideas with this and stuff like that. Grimy and all of you guys over there, guys. I don't want to name names specifically because then I might miss somebody out, so for that reason I'm not going to go along naming everyone. If you're out there helping, you know who you are. With that said, you are a legend. With that said, guys, keep being awesome, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. BMAN